people divided for the aforementioned reason. And we see that in action in this video we're going to be looking at today, where this African man who's based in the USA and owns a construction company shared how the Latino he employed snitches on African Americans, trying to get them fired so that they can be replaced with Latinos. Check out the video and I'll meet you guys at the end.
In my company, I'm a black man. I own a company. I hire a Latino. The Latino comes back and complain about the African Americans because the Latino thinks because I'm African, I don't have any relationship with the African American. The Latino comes to me and tell me that you are an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. That African American cannot work. I have Jose, I have Gonzalez, my brothers who know how to work very well. You need to fire the African Americans and I will bring a lot of hardworking Latinos who work for your company. This is my company as a black man. My company. I was a contractor at Quantico Marine Base in Virginia. A contractor for General Electrics. And the Latino workers that are hired, they are snitching on the African American workers that are hired for me to fire the African Americans so they can bring Latinos to take their place.
I saw a comment that said they tried to use the immigrant unity card on him, and that comment is so real because that's what they tried to do. They tried to make this man turn his back on his people, throw them under the bus, basically, take food from their tables, right? Talking about some, oh, we are the same because we are immigrants in this country, so choose us. Like, what? This is why, as a black person, you need discernment and the ability to be able to see right through all of them people's BS, right? Because I just know there are some of our people who would fall for this. They'll fall for it and let them people use
That's
them to
facts. That's
build up
facts.
their communities while their own communities are abandoned. And the thing is, when you really think about it, these people don't care about this brother. Because if he weren't the owner of this company, guess what? They would have snitched on him too. They would have snitched on him too, because this wasn't about protecting his interest. This wasn't about, oh, we love this man so much, so we're thinking about what's best for him. This wasn't about him. This was about them and what's best for them, them trying to uplift their own community, right? Over our own community, over black people. That's what this is about, right? So, and I don't think that's something I need to say, but I just want to say it just in case there are some people who may be thinking that like maybe they are trying to look out for him and whatnot. Like, no, they would have snitched on him as well and tried.
True. Like a lot of the thing that's going on and the fighting that's going on between the diaspora people of African descent and African people, the fighting that's going on makes absolutely no sense at all. It does not make a single sense. The thing that you guys don't know is that these people are watching us, right? These people know how to manipulate just so they can benefit themselves. Like a lot of these individuals, they do not care about most of their countries, if not all of their countries, have anti-black in those countries. They have some specific terms, they have some specific lingo that is the definition of basically make the next generation a lot whiter, make the get rid of the dark skins. You got to make the next generation lighter. So a lot of these people, they really do not care about you as a black man, right? Luckily, this brother was able to see it, right? He was able to see the divide and conquer tactics that they were trying to use just so they can manipulate him. They generally do not care about him. They only care about themselves, right? They would have hired more people of their group, and then they keep on bringing them over and over. They keep making him up. Possibly, they might even ended up snitching on this dude if this dude was not the boss. Again, I mean that's how they play it. That's how they work.
Try to get him fired if it were the other way around. Or if this were like maybe a white man who owned this construction company, they would
Facts.
have gone and told this white man or try to tell this white man and see this guy, this, that, and the third, make whatever lies up or complain about whatever and try to get him fired as well so they can get their own people on the table. right? So this wasn't any kind of unity, immigrants unity, whatever. This wasn't because they love this black man or because they love Africans or what. That's
They
another
don't.
thing,
They
right?
really
Notice
don't.
how they did not recommend Africans. This man is an African man, but they did not even recommend an African man to replace these African Americans that they were complaining about. They recommended their own people. This was an attempted and thankfully failed clean sweep and replace all African descendants with Latinos operation. And I'm so glad this brother saw right through it. These are the kind of things I want to be seeing on my FYP. Not all of them useless diaspora wars that lead us nowhere. And I just know that whoever this Latino was, he wasn't even thinking about replacing with any Afro-Latino, because let's not forget they exist, right? Afro-Latinos. And this is how I know that he most certainly, whoever this person is, this Latino is, he did not have any Afro Latino in mind when he was thinking about trying to replace African Americans with Latinos. You cannot tell me that you are pro Afro Latinos if you are anti African Americans.
Facts.
It's not possible.
Facts.
It's not possible. You cannot gaslight me into believing that. If you are anti one Afro category group of people, you are anti all Afro people. And that
Facts.
is the exact same way I know this, whoever this person is not even a fan of Africans for real, because of, what I said earlier. And also this fact, right? As a matter of fact, the only way that they are even trying to or want to be associated with this African man whatsoever or work with him is because they are getting money from him, and they see him as an opportunity to ladder up and as an opportunity for them to try to ladder their own people up. That's why they're putting up with him. And I saw someone ask in the comments, why did he employ this Latino person in the first place? And I totally get where this person is coming from, because if we want to keep it 100, these people, for the most part, they only employ themselves and they keep their things close knit and very selfish in the way they operate, right? That's why you find that if you go to Chinese establishments, you would only find Chinese there, even on
Fact.
the continent, guys, even on the continent, the motherland, they do the exact same thing.
So this is the reason why I believe Pan-Africanism is one of the fastest, is one of the things that we should all be, right? If you don't believe in the definition of Pan-Africanism, if you don't want to subscribe to the idea, that's fine. However, what you could subscribe to is the fact that if someone asks you, do you want every single black nation to come together as one, or to come together as brothers and sisters instead of them fighting each other? Would you agree with that, or would you not agree with that? Right? Because the reason why we constantly getting defeated is the fact that a lot of the time, most of our people, they don't work together. They tend to be lone wolves. You get what I mean? They feel like the other side, the grass is greener on the other side, which is not true, right? The only way you can move before, the only way you can prosper as a group is if you work with your own people. Get, I mean, there's nothing wrong with working with other people. That's fine and all, but you got to keep in mind that these people, they work with their own people, right? They try their very best to work with their own people always, right? So if a black man or a Mexican guy go to a Latino shop, right, to get hired, the chances of them hiring a black dude is very low if they have another Mexican guy they can just hire. You get what I mean? So I think we should just do the same thing. We should just treat them the same way that they're treating us. Get, I mean, a lot of our people feel like, yeah, kumbaya, my lord, while we constantly getting taken advantage of, right? Even by the people that we consider POCs, people of colors, or whatever you want to call it. These people don't care. A lot of their countries have anti-black establishment going on over there. So why can't we just be like, you know what, we're just gonna go our own way. When it comes to working together, we might work together if both party benefit, but for the most part, I want to work with my people. Like, why can't we do the same thing? Because they've been doing this shit for generations. The only time I even start seeing a lot of black people or people of African descent start waking up is as of late, when TikTok stopped blowing up. You know what I mean? Because they cannot hide the truth anymore. But things like this is the definition of divide and conquer. People always tend to divide and then conquer, especially when it comes to the black man. We are not united at all. We are constantly fighting each other. We don't want to work as a team. We're constantly just bashing each other. How do you expect the whole community to move forward if we are constantly fighting each other? Why the enemy is just looking back at us. They don't even got to do anything. They just got to watch and spectate while we kill each other and do dumb shit to each other. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna leave this video so you guys can go watch it. The video is a little bit, it's 18-minute long, but I get the gist of what she's trying to say. And probably when I'm done recording this video, I'm probably gonna watch it. But I'm gonna leave the link down below just so you guys can go subscribe to Ivy Anita. She's a very good content creator. I like her. And yeah. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Make sure you guys leave a like down below. I'm gonna start making videos like this a little bit. But I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace out.